Good morning, everybody. Um, we are going to be awesome this week. Excuse the crazy puns. But what I'm going to have you do for today and tomorrow, that will be due on Friday by midnight, is a Flipgrid. If you haven't ever used Flipgrid, we are going to be assessing your speaking skills. So you want to make sure that you practice what you're going to say. It took me about 4 times before I actually got it right on that fourth try, because I wanted to look into the eye of the camera and have a clear voice, making sure I can sit at a kitchen table or at an office where I can make sure that I'm at eye level with the camera. And I'll tell you what we're going to be doing with this Flipgrid. So if you go ahead and open this link on the slideshow that I will set up on Schoology, it'll take you to the Flipgrid class. Whoa, needs to open up a little bit. And it'll ask you from the student point of view to join the group. You're going to click join group. This topic is moderated, meaning that no one else can see your response except for me as the teacher, okay? And I don't know where my sample response went. I had a response on your guys's and I don't know where it went. So I will attach it. But here's the template and the rubric that we're going off of. You are going to pick one of the texts that you've read from your text evidence log, any of those short stories, and we're going to be focusing on the skill, the learning target, author's purpose. So knowing what the purpose of the author is for writing this story. Was it to inform? Was it to entertain? Or was it to persuade us to think a different way? So you could pick one or two of those. Maybe it's to entertain, and to persuade you to think a certain way or to take action. Persuading can be persuading you to think differently, persuading you to take action. Entertainment could be, it's supposed to make you laugh, it's supposed to be suspenseful, it's supposed to be scary, whatever it may be. And then informational, obviously, would be like it has facts inside of it, more so nonfiction texts, okay? So you're going to start by saying your name and the title and author of the text you chose. And tell us a little bit of the summary. Obviously, we've all read this story, but try and give us the 5 W's, the who, what, where, when, why, because we're also looking at that skill. Then you're going to say, in this story, the character blank, name the character, overcomes obstacles by using many different strategies. One obstacle they face is, and you have to name an obstacle that they face in the story. To overcome this obstacle, they use the strategy blank. So it could be they use perseverance, they use whatever you have in your text evidence log. And how do they use that strategy? Another obstacle they face is, and a strategy they use to overcome it, and then a third one and a strategy they use to overcome that. Lastly, you're going to end with the author's purpose for writing this story was to entertain, inform, or persuade. Pick one of those three. Okay. And I wonder if I can write that on here. Yes, I can. Entertain, inform, or persuade. So pick one of those or two of those to tell us, how do you know, or why do you think that was their purpose? And then how did the story impact you as a reader? What did it make you think about after you read it? How did it make you feel? And would you recommend this story? It's a short story, but would you recommend it to anyone to read? Do you think it was valuable? Did it teach a lesson? Why or why not? Okay, so there is no really time constraint on this. I'm not going to say it has to be 3 minutes, it has to be 5 minutes, right? Like, I'm not going to tell you how long, but as long as you are not rushing through all of these components and that you have all of these components in your Flipgrid, I would just file and make a copy of this document so you can type what you want to say up here. And then you can actually copy this, Control C, go to Flipgrid, pretend like you're going to actually add a response. This might be weird because it might be like 2 cameras on me right now. Let's see if it even works. I don't think it's going to let me work because I have 2 cameras up right now. Anyways, when you have the recording ready, you're ready to record, there will be over in this right-hand corner, there's going to be a Post-it note. You can click on this virtual Post-it note and Control V, okay, paste your pretty much your template into the Post-it notes. You can be reading it off the screen, but you also want to be making eye contact with the eye of the camera as well. So don't be too robotic as you're doing this, okay? So the template is up there in Flipgrid. You have to go to Flipgrid to get the template file, make a copy. And you will be graded on presenting your claims and findings in a focused manner. You make inferences that go beyond the text, so you're probably telling us more about the author's purpose. You're doing a really good summary, you're connecting it to the story, and then you're also graded on your speaking skills. You're using appropriate eye contact. You do make eye contact with the camera. You have adequate volume. You're not like, so story I read was, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're not mumbling. And you have, again, that goes with clear pronunciation, and you're not speeding through, okay? So honestly, as a teacher, it took me 3 tries. I got it on the 4th try. So don't expect perfection on try number 1, okay? But also don't sit there and try to make it perfect. If you flub up some words, keep going. The biggest thing I will tell you is this: you need to find a quiet spot to record. A lot of you have siblings or noises maybe going on in your house. You need to make sure when you record, if you're wearing a hoodie, your hood is down, your hats are off, you are in an area of your house where it will be quiet, or that you can tell your family members, hey, I will be recording. I need, 15 minutes of quiet time. If you have siblings, maybe you're babysitting or something like that, okay? You need to make sure you can do this in a quiet spot so I can hear you, because I've had to have people re-record already, and you don't want to have to go through all this work and then redo it, okay? So let's do it well the first time and making sure that we can find a spot to do that. All right, that is your job for this week, and I will see you on Friday, where I'm going to lead you through our last assignment of the year, which is our informative essay. So I will lead you through all the rest of the slides Friday live in class. Do your best on your Flipgrid, and I will see you in 2 mornings. Stay cool out there.